Hey, obviously today, everybody that was around in 2001 remembers. Thank you to all the people that served. Sacrificed their lives, their health, in a lot of ways too, and obviously a day that this country won't forget. So, looking forward to playing a really good football team here. You know, Great opportunity. You come to Tennessee because you want to play in these types of games, these types of environments. Sitting on prime time Saturday night. Great challenge in front of us. Really good football team. They're big, strong, athletic. On both sides of the line of scrimmage, skill players on both sides are really good. Great speed, and will be a huge test for us. So I'll open it up.
Starting the back with Paige.
Post-game, you mentioned how today and yesterday was going to be crucial in how the team responded. How do you assess the response?
Yeah, really good. Good energy out on the grass with them today, but really good in the meeting room too. Anticipated that from these guys. We got strong leadership. Guys care about their performance, but they care how they get there too. I said it after the game too. I didn't feel like we didn't prepare the right way. At the end of the day, we were on the right side of the competitive edge to go play the way that we're capable of. That being said, there's a lot of things that we did really well too during the course of the game. I thought the effort, strain, energy, technique on special teams was really good. Defensively, played really sound. A majority of the football game. Gap assignments, allowed a couple of big runs early in the football game, but other than that, really good. Offensively, we ran it for dang near 8 yards a carry and had some efficiency in the pass game too. Penalties in the red zone in particular, drop balls, hitting a couple more passes, lead to a different score, and certainly one that we all want. But those are all things that we control, and that was a big point of emphasis today with our guys. Control the controllable, which is what sits in that room and how we prepare.
Mark?
You're going to have some games like that. Was that a good time for that?
Can be, absolutely. As much as anything, the competitive edge that you have to be on the right side of it is extremely important. And the difference between success and failure in this game is really small. So it wasn't all 11 all at one time. We can be better, need to be better. These guys care. They got a great care factor about them. So we'll have a great week of practice.
Tennessee hasn't won in Gainesville since 2003. What do you remember about that last game you played there in 2001 or 2021?
Yeah, listen, first of all, they're always really athletic. They're physical at the line of scrimmage. It's a great environment. At the end of the day in this game, and yesterday has nothing to do with today. The previous game, our previous play has nothing to do with what's going to happen on the next play. It's about, preparing the right way, practicing the right way. That will lead to you playing the right way.
Rob, then Rick.
Coach, we moved back and watched the tape, the passing game, and Joe early on. Was it mechanics, the receivers not at the right age? What did you see that you would have fixed this
Man, end of the day, we got to go make some plays. That's throwing it a little bit better. That's catching it a little bit better. There's big chunks of yardage in open grass for us to go make. Joe would tell you he's got to hit a couple of those. We got to make a play out on the perimeter. Some subtle things fundamentally that can help you be more accurate with the ball, but we've seen him operate in that. We just didn't execute it very well early in the football game.
With Keenan out, just what did you like from the linebacker unit, and in particular, Elijah Herring?
Yeah, destructive, communicated at a high level. He's a young guy that his best football is going to continue to come down the pipe, man. Great confidence in him. But from the rest of the guys that played too, saw a lot of things that we liked. There's a couple of things that we busted on too. Gave a pass down the middle in the fourth quarter. But we can correct those things. And at the end of the day, that group's going to have to continue to grow up quickly. We're going to need all those guys as we go down the stretch.
Through two games, you guys have not had great efficiency on third down. When you look at that, is there any rhyme or reason there?
Not just one thing. We got to be better at, calling it, blocking it, executing in the pass game. Like, we're capable of it. We just got to be better. That will be big in this football game too. You got to convert. You got to stay on the field. You got to give yourself the next set of downs.
Adam and Ben.
Any update on Cooper? Will he be available for this game?
Yeah, he was with us last week. Warmed up with us. We made a decision pretty early in the week that he probably would not play in that football game, and anticipate him, having a good week of practice here and getting ready.
And the misthrows by Joe or the drops by the receivers, had you seen that any in practice leading up to the game, or was it strange to see that?
Yeah, we didn't anticipate that happening. No.
Josh, I guess with Cooper, if he were to play on Saturday, how much concern is there with a SEC offensive lineman not really going through a ton of contact throughout fall camp and his first action being against an SEC defensive line?
Yeah, if he's playing, we have great confidence that he's going to play at the level that he wants to, and we need him to too.
Eric?
Josh, you mentioned a lot of scrimmage, but looking at Florida skill guys, quarterback, what have you seen on tape?
Yeah, they got great team speed. Got athletes that can go make plays in space. You got to bottle up the run game. That's a huge part of what they do, and that sets up their play action pass. A year ago, they hurt us with some of that. We got to be able to fit the run and then play assignment sound and play the ball well when it's in the air.
After the game, Jabari mentioned about the team being able to settle in early, talking about being home and having those jitters, a big scene. Florida obviously going to be a huge environment. How do you either tune out that noise or just get used to playing in those big games and settle in earlier?
Yeah, you're not going to completely tune out the noise, but once you get the play call, man, you're focusing on your job. It's 11 guys inside of the white line. I don't care if it's at home, on the road, in the backyard. These guys have been doing it for a long time. You do have to control your emotions, right? You got to have be able to execute and play from within yourself. That'll be a big part of the football game.
Jacob Warren had a touchdown week 1. McCown had a touchdown this week. Just how nice is it to see those guys get rewarded?
Two guys that do it right every single day. Both have the ability to make plays. Been great to see those guys get an opportunity and then go execute here early in the football season. Those guys, are a huge part of what we do in the pass game and in the run game. Anticipate those guys continuing to have big years.
I'm sure Florida's going to want to run the ball successfully on Saturday. Just what have you seen from your rush defense to start the year, and what do you see from Etienne and Johnson on tape?
Yeah, we've done a good job of destructing blocks at the line of scrimmage. Second and third levels have fit it right. At the end of the day, we've changed the line of scrimmage here the first couple of weeks. This will be the best offensive line that we've seen. They're big, strong, they're athletic, and look like a typical Florida offensive line.
Joe talked a lot in the summertime and in the preseason about learning and working on trying to put a bad play behind him and not let it compound. How has he done with that, and how do you kind of approach the good and the bad in terms of the film study so that it's not dwelling on anything bad that he can push forward the way he needs to?
Well, at the end of the day, you have to point out what needs to be corrected. You got to be truthful in what you're seeing as a coach, and players understand that too. They see it, they recognize it. He understands the game. The great thing about Joe is he's really been making really sound decisions. That's in our run-pass option. It's in our drop back. We, as skilled players, and that can be, wideouts, tight ends, running backs, and him, just got to be a little bit better at times. So, plan on us executing better this week. All right, awesome. You guys have a great day.